The Republican National Convention is underway with night 2 in the book. Last night featured a more optimistic tone, I think, than night 1 of the convention. Jess Smith joins us now with more on that. Jess?
Yeah, Seana, I think what stands out from last night is all of the ethics concerns that are now being brought up after Republicans used the White House for a campaign event. We heard from First Lady Melania Trump speaking from the Rose Garden. President Trump issued a pardon and took part in a naturalization ceremony and pre-recorded segments from the White House. And Secretary of State Mike Pompeo gave a video speech from Jerusalem. So all of those are big breaks with precedent, and Democrats and watchdogs are saying that they are in violation of the Hatch Act. The Hatch Act doesn't apply to the president and vice president, but it does apply to other executive branch staffers. And we know at least one chairman of a House subcommittee says he is opening an investigation into Pompeo's speech because he says it seems illegal. So we'll see what comes of that. Moving on to night 3, tonight we expect Vice President Mike Pence to speak from Fort McHenry, accepting the vice presidential nomination. We'll also hear from Second Lady Karen Pence and White House advisor Kellyanne Conway. Seana?
All right, Jess, thanks so much. Rick, I'm just curious just to get your thoughts on what we heard last night and then also what you're looking for tonight, because one thing, and you tweeted this out earlier, was the ratings that we got from night 2, 18 million people tuning in, slightly less actually than what we saw from night 2 of the DNC last week.
And I saw you notice that on Twitter, Seana. Imagine what Trump must be thinking if he sees this data that says sleepy Joe Biden and the Democrats actually are getting higher TV ratings than Donald Trump's Republicans. Trump will call that fake news, I'm sure. But I mean, it's not really very entertaining. We get a lot of Trumps every night and a couple of Trumps per night. We're getting a lot of the familiar grievance politics. Everybody who is worried that the Democrats are going to do this. I mean, some of the claims are really so ludicrous. It almost seems like a comedy. The Democrats are going to ruin the suburbs and all this kind of stuff. And of course, it's also a fact-checking circus. So many inaccuracies in every speech. I guess it's going to be more of the same tonight. I mean, Mike Pence, he has a decent camera presence. He does know how to deliver a speech, and I guess he'll probably be a little more steady than some of the other speakers because that's what he does. That's his role in the Trump administration. But it's kind of sleepy, this Republican convention, I have to say, so far.
Yeah, it is a little bit sleepy, although night 1 was kind of fiery. I think there's a lot of enthusiasm there, at least from some of the speakers. But of course, with Mike Pence tonight, that will be the big focus. And we, of course, will recap that for everybody tomorrow.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.